Hey, what's up? What is this? Ah, sorry about that. So I'm in a like a beard competition because I have a beard and stuff, and I've got a link that I'll put in the first comment on this video. If it'll let me do that, I'm gonna put it in the first comment on this video. A link you can go straight to my picture and just vote, and feel free to look around, but please vote for me first because hey, everybody else has nicer beards than I do, but I look a lot better than they do, I think. Anyway, so how are you, Lacey? Hey, Mama T's and Food Lover. Hey.
My mom is done with the house.
I know she is. I'm probably not gonna have like a super long stream tonight. Just did it because I hit 400 subscribers today, and then I think I'm only at 399 because I lost some because of YouTube. But hey, sweet and savory and beautiful lifestyle. Thanks everybody. Yeah, it's pretty big for me. I say a lot, So anyway, I said at the beginning of this video when no one was on there except for Lacey maybe that I'm in a beard competition, like with a picture thing that you vote on, and I'm gonna put a link to that in the first comment of this video when it, what is that called? Processes? I feel like there's another word for that. Anyway, when you get done with hey Jeff, what's going on? Whenever you get done with the live stream and then it goes into your archives or whatever, that word, I'm gonna go into it and yeah, vote for that beard. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks everybody. Like, I don't know. I feel like y'all are a whole lot nicer to me than you should be because I'm a terrible person. I don't know. I'm probably not that bad. I'm all right. Well, So, how's your Thursday going? You done? You can throw it away. It's fine.
She's right here.
Yeah, you can put it in dirty clothes, either one. I know it's close. I have to go to work tomorrow, but Fridays we do biscuits at work, so there's that. And we're slow. Yeah, thanks. Hit that like button. I never think about it. And I know like if you're looking on a mobile, it's not convenient because it's not just like right there if you're in the chat. What was I gonna say? Oh, biscuits. So yeah, we do like hey, we just rotate. There's only 4 or 5 of us that work there, so we just rotate each Friday buying biscuits for everybody, and so that's awesome. We've been super slow at work, so day before yesterday, I took some deer steak to work, and we have a hot plate and a cast iron skillet, and so I cooked that at work, and then today I did the same thing because I had a steak left over. So I really like it being slow. I feel like this is doing some stupid stuff over here, but if you haven't watched, I think the first video that I had short hair on was short hair, was my roast chicken video. Other than that, you've only seen me in a man bun, probably, but I got like 7 inches cut off. Are you asking me what was for dinner tonight? I think that's still wet, baby.
But this is not this.
Do you want me to show them?
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie painted some of her toys, and I think they're still wet. But
that one is?
This one, yeah, it's a little wet.
But not this one. Not this one because
that one's not wet. So anyway. Yep, and that one.
And
Ooh. Oh yeah.
this is Kristoff.
Oh,
and
that's Kristoff. That looks like an army man.
yeah, it's Jackson.
Oh, okay.
And Elsa. And now here's
Hey, I've got 13 people here. This is
Anna,
like.
Dad. This is Anna. This is Anna.
I don't think that's Anna. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Okay.
I turn it.
Oh, from the fairy godmother into Anna.
I didn't have the colors for Anna, so I just used different colors.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do you know who this is? Finn.
I look nice. I'm gonna say you don't have to answer that. In my head, that's what you're saying, and I'll take it.
Look, this one's running.
Yeah.
Oh!
Look, watch out.
This
Okay.
guy. Hey, this is what came off the book.
Am I missing? I am. Oh man. Sorry that. Oh, my camera thing is over there, and I keep putting my hand in front of it. My chat had gotten stuck, so I see. Hey, I missed everything after something like that. Anyway. Yes. Oh, I had some turnip green soup tonight for supper. Lacey, if you're still here. And thanks, Jeff. Hey, can we not paint right now?
I'm not. I'm just.
Oh, you're just washing your brushes? Okay.
I'm putting the paint in here.
Let's see. Dean, I posted in my cooking thread that I was going live, but I feel like I spam my channel enough on Tacoma World. Yeah, I know she does, except that they're like the little ones that come from the dollar store with the paint by number things. So I'm not super concerned.
What are you talking
what is this paint by number that I speak of? It's magic. One day when you're older, we'll talk about it.
Hey, Dad, I watched 34 and they had paint by number.
I know. I feel like that Charlie is killing Waffle Iron Wednesday, and the analytics on YouTube are like, I'm sorry if I'm not making eye contact with you. I'm trying to make sure she's not painting too much of my table. Roll Tide, that's what I'm talking about. Hey man, thanks for coming. What about all LSU? Yeah. But anyway, the analytics are like your best videos are Waffle Iron Wednesdays view wise, but then your watch time is down on them. And I'm like, I'm strategically making them 2 minutes or less because it's literally put this in the waffle iron and see what happens. Yeah, I've got like, this is a pretty new hat. I don't know. I say it's new. I wear hats for like years. So I got it this year sometime. But like, seems like the first time I wore it, I must have been like super sweaty or something. So I know that that's super awesome. But that's just like salt from sweat or something. What's up, Nero? Nero? Like zero, right? That's how you pronounce that. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I heard Jeff say it like 10 times today, and I should know. But it's close. Yeah, okay, Nero. Anyway, I was talking about spamming my channel on Tacoma World because I feel like I do that a lot, like in Chad's thread and the Alabama thread and my thread and then all the food threads. I'm like, hey, I just made a video. And I also had suppressors on those pistols. That's why they weren't very loud. Yeah, I don't know. I may have got this at Gulf Shores because we were down, or Fort Morgan this summer. I either got it there or right before I went down there because I feel like that was the first trip that this hat made. But anyway, so yeah, like I'll talk about my channel on live, but on Tacoma World Live, but I try not to post videos on there because the mods are like all over the place. Everybody does, Lacey. It's super cool. It's basically the best, except that it's not because man, why did my mind just go blank? Who am I thinking of? Oh, Night Shame. Oh my gosh, Thornberry, 100%. Like, well, I'm gonna pish bosh and a spot of tea and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, how? And he said he was from America. Like, I don't. Hey, Dean, it says something like help out my cooking channel because I had originally made it because I was in another contest, and then I was like, I'll just make this my YouTube channel. But anyway, yeah. So Night Shame, I asked him the other night on one of his streams. I was like, hey, where are you from? And he's like, oh, if it fits, it bakes. I'm from America. And I'm like, all right. What?
I need more water.
Yeah.
Water.
So I'm like, either I'm captivating enough from you 11 people that are here, because I feel like I've been doing this for like a solid 10 minutes and people aren't leaving. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Or it's just like a rotating door and people are in at the same time. What's up, Nate?
Dad, and then there's some more of this. So I need more.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, Dean, I feel like I probably asked you this before. Are you... Hey, babe. Calm down just a second. Are you from Alabama? Okay, yeah, because that makes perfect sense. So, so you're an Alabama fan that vacations in Alabama, but you live in Ohio. That's what I thought. That's really what I was gonna say. Was my next guess.
Yellow.
I gotcha. Yeah, it's pretty nice. We're about 5 hours from the beach here, which is a pretty good drive, you know, especially with like a 4-year-old, but it's nice and it's clean and stuff. Yeah, I don't think anybody can. Like, they're the worst. So we was watching the football game one weekend, and the Affleck trivia question was like, yeah, that sucks. But anyway, we were watching it and it was like, who are the 4 head coaches that have won national championships that are still coaching or something like that? And it was, you know, who were we? Let me think just a second. Oh, it was when Alabama was playing Texas A&M. So 2 of the coaches were playing each other, you know, because Jimbo Fisher and Nick Saban were playing each other. And then the other one was Dabo Swinney and then Urban Meyer. So they had their picture up. And one of the announcers, I'm sure it was like Gary, because he's a genius. He was like, yeah, that's 4 guys. I feel like he said something about how much respect they deserve and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's $150. I don't know what else there is. I'm sure my picture will get put somewhere. What's up, ASAP? But anyway, so like they have the pictures of those 4 coaches, and I'm like, it's literally the 3 most hated coaches in America and Dabo Swinney. But anyway, it is what it is. Wow, Ohio State, that's what we was talking about. Anyway, so I'm rambling, but I'm glad that I've got enough people in here to like keep my conversation flowing and stuff. What's up, Rose? Sweet, man. That's getting really close to 5K. But yeah, you're killing it. Like, people are sending you fishing lures and stuff. So that's what I know that you're on a much larger scale than I am. But the guy that runs DSR Farms, like, he sends like chicken and cuts of meat and stuff to me. So like, I make videos and then I send them to him. And the cool thing is like, I plug my videos everywhere that I normally do, and then he turns around and plugs them everywhere that he has a platform, because it behooves him to plug my videos because he's given me the product to cook. So I don't know, that's super cool, which, you know, I guess that's happening for you because the people that are sending you lures are probably plugging your videos. So people are like, hey, I made this lure or whatever. yeah, I mean, why people aren't sending you like crafty stuff? I don't know. Like, what would that be like? Glue sticks and thimbles and I don't know. I know that you do other crafty stuff, but I'm being super stereotypical right now. But yeah, thanks, Rose. Yeah. So yeah, that's I don't know. What do y'all want to talk about? Anything? There's 6 of y'all here now, so and then me and Charlie. What's up, Nathan? I mean, basically, all right. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, and I say this joking a lot, but I'm good at everything. Like, so I might know what I'm talking about. I was also almost a doctor, and people that know me personally have heard that a lot. But so, I was in medical school, kind of, sort of. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, I feel like hot glue sticks and thimbles are pretty high up on the list of craft supplies. And there's tissue paper and construction paper and cardstock. Yeah, so anyway, since there's 6 of you here, I'll tell the story. And yarn, yeah, and thread. I mean, like somebody uses thimbles or they wouldn't make them. So, so I was in diagnostic imaging, which is like MRIs and CT scans and stuff. Actually, I had a scholarship to the community college up the road, and I got all my basics out of the way, all my 2 years worth of anatomy and biology and math and stuff like that, English reading stuff. Anyway, so I started my observations, go to the hospital, and I'm standing there, and they go to put dye in a patient that's getting a gallbladder scan, and it is maybe a little bit darker than this color green and like this much, and the needle's like this long, and I'm pretty sure that one nurse held it into the lady and the other one got her foot up against the thing and was pushing on it, and so I passed out, of course, because it's like the most gruesome thing I've ever seen. And so I come back and they're like, does this happen often? I was like, often's a pretty strong word. It's happened before. And they're like, did you have breakfast this morning? And I was like, no. And they're like, go down to the cafeteria and get some breakfast and come back up. Well, I did and came back up, and I was sitting there, and I guess it was just replaying over and over and again in my mind because I had like a traumatic experience. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I gotta lay down. And so like, it's bad. They're having to help me places. They take my blood pressure and it's like 70 over 0. And they're like, you're not supposed to be conscious right now. And so I was like, well, medical marvel over here. And so, yeah, they were like, you should probably change your major. So I did. And then I went into elementary education, and I did that for 1 semester. And the semester I was there, I live in a county, and the county next to me, I'm like almost on the line, the county that borders me closestly. Anyway, English is garbage. So anyway, that county had 5 elementary schools like within driving distance of my house that closed down, and I was like, closest. Sure. Well, I'll go with that. I mean, that's fine. Obviously, I was going to be an English teacher, but so I was like, it was super discouraging because there are now 5 less schools to teach at and 5 schools worth of experienced elementary school teachers. So I was like, nah. And I really only went into that because most of my credits that I had already kind of segued into education because math and science and English and stuff. So anyway, I wound up not doing anything. I've got like 100 hours of credits and stuff. I probably would be because again, I'm good at everything, but I don't know. I don't really have a passion for I don't have a passion for children. Is that a terrible thing to say for somebody that was in education? What,
Have
baby?
you seen the coloring book?
The coloring book. I haven't. Is it in your playroom? Is it in your bedroom? Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what passion is. Sweet. Yeah, I actually work at a chemical distribution center for all the co-ops in Alabama. So it's pretty sweet. Before that, I installed storm shelters. And before that, I worked at Lowe's for 5 years. And before that, briefly, I worked at a forklift servicing shop thing, like for 5 or 6 weeks, like where they just went out and changed the oil and made sure the pistons worked the way they're supposed to and hydraulic hoses were not exploded. And then before that, I worked at Kroger's. It's a grocery store for people that aren't around here. Yeah, you know.
When I found
Sweet. Do you have crayons or coloring pencils?
I'm gonna paint it.
You're gonna paint in your coloring book? That's probably gonna turn out swell.
Put that tool.
Yeah.
I am gonna do this one.
Awesome. So the storm shelters that we installed. Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for stopping by.
I can open it, so I'm gonna use colors. I'm
Okay.
gonna use colors.
So the storm shelters that we installed mostly were safe rooms, and they were 1/4 inch steel, square. I guess they were cuboidal because it's 3-dimensional and stuff. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And they were made to go inside like a garage, or if you were doing a new construction, you could put them in your house. And they were supposed to bolt to a minimum of 4 yards of concrete, which a typical 20 by 20 garage that's 4 inches thick would be that much. And so that was like, when I first started there, I worked there for 3 years. When I first started, that was probably their big business. And then they also did community shelters, which are like, I don't know, they look like a really huge bell. I don't know what else. They're just like round on top, and they're 48 foot long and 10 foot wide. Long. And they are made for exterior use, and they had like, most of them would have a generator hooked up that would automatically kick on, and so tornadoes might not get me. I mean, it's your time to go. It's your time to go. But no, these were, they were tested at Texas Tech, I think, and they got like a big wind tunnel, and they shot 2x4s at it and stuff like that, and they were good. And I think the shape had a lot to play into it because they were rounded on top. The exterior ones were, so you couldn't get the way I saw it. And this is like just me having like random knowledge that's pretty much useless. But let me see. So, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but possibly. Like, there were, in a 48 footer, every 2 feet or so, there was a hole that we drilled with a 7/8 inch bit on a hammer drill. And we would go and put 8-inch all thread that was 3/4 inch in there, and we filled it full of epoxy. And then that's how we attached the shelter to the concrete. And there was a crap load of concrete. Like, there was a footer all the way around that was 2 foot deep, at least, depending on the grade, I guess. And then it was huge. And then they're 1/4 inch steel all the way around too. But anyway, so on these are scissors. So like tanks and stuff that has armor on it, Yes, it would be very similar to that. Safe T shelter, like split that up into 3 words. Safe, then the letter T, and then shelter is the name of the company that I work for. It's like 3 miles from my house. But anyway, so tanks, like military tanks and stuff, they have a metal exterior. And if you think about it, okay, if their sides were like this and something shot at a 90 degree to the armor, it would have less distance to go than if they angle it back. Did you see that math I just pulled right there? Bam. You see like this line that traverses diagonally through this instead of straight through this is quite a bit longer. I know, right? So that's how the dome was basically the same thing on those storm shelters. And so, like, if the wind was blowing, there's almost no way that it could get a 90-degree hit. Yes, deflection angle.
Dad, do you have a picture of the mom?
I don't. I have a pocket knife. Do you want it?
I need a picture of the mom.
Is that not the mom right there?
I know, but I need a picture so I know what colors.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think she's purple.
Some of her, no.
Yes. So there would be almost no way for a tornado to throw something 90 degrees at a dome because it's rounded.
Purple. This is all that's purple.
Okay.
I don't know what else is purple.
Is she green?
His face is purple.
What are you doing? Okay, again, so I had, and this is why I don't have a college major also, but sorry, I got a text message and I'm not gonna look at that. I bet that's a guy that I go to church with showing me some steak. So what am I talking about? Oh, so college major. This is what I had a super hard time because I'm good at everything. And I know that sounds terrible. But wait, I usually always say I'm good at everything, but I'm not great at anything. And so, like, I feel like that shows this much humility. So, you know, it is what it is. But, like, that's why I couldn't pick a major, because I was equally good at basically everything. So I had nothing to focus on, you know, like floodlight versus spotlight kind of thing. I don't know how else to describe that exactly. I mean, that's what I was. And in one of my education classes, I can't remember if it was kindergarten or something, the teacher was talking about how that's how schools want to bring kids up, and I'm like, I can't go along with that because that's how I am and I hate it. And I'm like, she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, I'm good at everything. I said, but I'll never be at the best at anything. And there was a bunch of softball players there, and she's like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, okay. So I used like the softball players as an example. I'm like, she's the pitcher because she's the best on the team at pitching. I would never be that because I would never be the best at pitching, but I would probably be okay at pitching. I just wouldn't be the best. And she's like, well, you just need to develop that more. And I'm like, but that means that I'm not developing anything else. And that's what you're telling me the school systems are saying. They're like, develop everything equally. And I'm like, a well-rounded person is terrible. Like, because that's how I am. I don't know. I'm really not terrible. And I guess I'm good to have around because I can do a lot of stuff. But I'm not the best at anything. So what's up, Christina? We're just talking about how I'm really good at everything and not great at anything.
Mama,
So
Dad, I did it. I followed the way up here.
wow, that's good. Sorry. I mean, it's nice, but again, I mean, it just comes down to like decisions are hard. Like big decisions are hard. Like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? And so, like, I feel like that's a pretty big question, and I can't answer it because there's, 30 different occupations that I would excel at above average, but nothing that I would be like the best at. But luckily, my genetic predisposition to passing out at the sight of blood and stuff kept me from going in the medical field. So that took that right off the table. Oh, thanks. I was like, you did. I see now. You're saying you thumbs up. I got that. Yeah, because I'm super good at reading. Let me see how much battery I've got. I like be in the midst of conversation. I just working retail for like 6 or 7 years, developed a bad taste for the public. And I actually thought it would be a great idea for if you're going to shop at a brick and mortar store, you should have to carry around a license that said that you worked in retail for 6 months, fast food or retail or something, where you had to deal with the public, because like people would come in and be like, how can you act like that in public at a store, like, and expect anything? But obviously that's not going to happen. Yeah, but well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Let me tell you what motivates me. I don't really have. I guess. So, anyway. So
Ooh,
I don't like
this is cool.
working. I grew up on a farm, and so like I learned to despise manual labor. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that's cool. Like the job that I have now, we literally have one customer. We sell to a company called AFC, or Agra AFC, which is Alabama Farmers Co-op, and then we deliver to all of their customers. So like we don't have to worry about sales or anything, because that's like we have one customer and they actually are like next door to us. But anyway, so this is what motivates me mostly, not working. So like the job that I'm at now, I've been there for 4.5 years. The day I started, I had 10 days of PTO, paid time off, and one floating holiday. I started the last day of July. So I could have taken the next 2 weeks off with pay the day I started, and then come back and still had 1 day for the rest of the year. So that's a huge selling point. If anybody wants to hire me, that's what's up, Pack Mule. If anybody wants to hire me, that's it. Just give me as much time possible away from work as you possibly can, and I'll consider working for you. Like, and I'm up to 20 days. It says unscramble the letters. Since you can't spell, that might be a little much for you.
Hey,
Maybe save that for next year.
Do you just do the same letters?
Yeah, you can do that. That'll work. So, what was I saying? Oh, so like, yes, I'm at 20 days plus 2 floating holidays, and then we get 8 paid holidays. Easter and wait a minute. Nope, we don't get Easter because we don't work on Sundays. So, New Year's, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, 2 days at Thanksgiving, and 2 days at Christmas. So anyway, yeah. So that's awesome. And I get to roll over 5 of my PTO because we don't get sick leave because it's all the same. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm all about. Like, give me some time off. Like my company pays me like 39 days a year to not be at work now or something like that, which is great. Love it. And like right now, super slow because we're driven off of farm chemical use because we are farm chemical distribution. So like everybody's picked their beans and their cotton, and they'll plant wheat maybe this month. it won't grow enough to spray anything on or anything until spring. So we're pretty much done as far as major stuff. We got some returns or something like this month that might come back from cotton defoliants, but that's pretty great. Like, I had 4 cups of coffee at work today, and I did unload 11 pallets off of a truck. Yeah, I actually have an old video on pan searing those. I feel like I might be, yeah, I feel like I might be pushing my luck if I start making YouTube videos at work. I've edited some at work because it's been slow, but I just don't feel right filming up there. But yeah.
Oh, I like this. I'm gonna do this one.
Yeah, those steaks though, they were right on. I didn't have any like Dale's or soy sauce or Worcestershire. I had taken the Worcestershire down to my sister's.
What about those ones?
I'll open them too. And so it wasn't there at the house. And so I just put like some hot sauce and some pickle juice. Yes. So we get 30 minutes for lunch. And it's supposed to be from 12 to 12:30-ish. I usually try and start about 11. Like, when we're busy, I won't start till like 11:30. But okay. All right, I'm not slacking. Hang on, I've got justification. So there's only like 4 of us there, and one of them is a truck driver. So when we're busy, he's out delivering stuff. And then we've got the office manager, and then the CSR, and then I'm the senior warehouse guy. So I sacrifice and take lunch a little early just to make sure that while the other 2 people that might be at the office are eating lunch and someone comes up, I would be available to help them. So it's justified. Just saying.
What about
That's right.
green and blue? What does that make?
Green and blue make blue-green, probably.
A different thing.
Yeah, 11 to 12:30. That's pretty much. And then like
different color.
Which I mean today I was basically on lunch after 9 because we didn't do anything. But I mean, like I said, I unloaded 11 pallets off of a truck. And
why does these not have nothing in them?
Because they're dried out, I think.
Except the white.
So, but I mean, like, there's days, there'll be 3 or 4 days in the dead of winter that we don't even open the warehouse. Like, we just watch the news or whatever, and we just drink coffee. And like, I may or may not have done a little bit of deer processing at work. All right, Dean, we'll catch you later. Well, I mean, okay, so again, it's super slow. December, there's nothing going on, like TV, and we'll watch TV or bring a DVD up there and watch that, whatever, or YouTube. So I'm like, I've got 2 hindquarters in the cooler in my truck, and I brought a meat grinder, just throwing, and a vacuum sealer. So I brought it in. We've got like a table in the main office, and I'm like,
oh, this is perfect. I have to do it.
And then, yeah. Yeah. Could be. But. Oh, also, I have stage 3 clutter blindness, so there's part of that. Which is a medical thing. It hasn't actually been I haven't gone and had it checked out, but I know for a fact that I do because people tell me that there's a mess and I just don't see it. So this is how that works. Hey, I've been going for 40 minutes. That's like killing it. Oh, and I said that and somebody left. Sorry. Bye, Felicia. So, okay. So clutter blindness works like this. You can always see, I'm sorry, I'm going to go ahead and apologize to the 4 of you that are here because I'm about to ruin the rest of your afternoon, evening, day, morning, wherever you're from. You can always see your nose, but your mind blocks your nose out when you're looking. Does that make sense? I know all of you are looking at your nose right now. Yes, clutter blindness. So you can always see this clutter. I can always see this clutter. My mind just, I don't see it. And like one day I came home from work and my wife got like super mad at me because I went in the bedroom and she's like, "Did you not notice anything?" And I was like, "You know what? I could tell what time it was on the alarm clock." She's like, "I cleaned the entire bedroom and that's all you noticed." And I'm like, "That's the only thing." There was like a water bottle or something that I had sat there, and I was like, "That's the only thing that was directly in my line of sight of something that I look at regularly, that was obstructing my convenience, I guess, for knowing what time it was without pulling my phone out." Oh no, what happened?
Wait.
Why don't you go get a towel?
Okay. What about this?
Yeah, perfect. And why don't we put the paints up, okay?
Okay.
And so, did anybody say anything while I was cleaning that paint up? No. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that that's a actual medical thing too. That's true. Go ahead. You got it. I've really surprised myself how not super awkward I feel like I've been for the last 43 minutes. But I feel like awkwardness is fixing to set in because I've ran my course for today, I think. Unless somebody else has something else they want to talk about. Lacey, you've been here the whole time. Maybe not. You may have been in and out. But don't tell me if you have been in and out because I feel like you've been here the whole time. Which that's a trooper and a half right there. Like I never make a full live stream. Like in somebody's like I feel like I don't know if it's like ADD or yes. I don't know if it's ADD or what, but like I'll get 15 or 20 minutes into one and I'm like, I probably should be doing something else. And even at work when we're slow, I'm like, I don't know. I'll check, Facebook and Tacoma World and YouTube and stuff. I'm like, something else has probably happened in the world while I've been zoned out for 20 minutes.
This is what I want to
It's usually not though. But one time it could be, and I will have been closer to where I should have been before I zoned out. But anyway, okay, yeah, I'll lower my voice because that's much easier than you turning the volume down on your phone. But it's whatever. Anyway, so have y'all got big plans for the weekend? I guess is a good question to ask because it's getting close to the weekend and stuff. And now I'll sit here and wait on y'all to type stuff because somebody else just showed up that may not have heard me ask, "Do you have any plans for the weekend?" I mean, I'm married, so it's not like that. Just being curious and polite conversation and stuff. Going to Bass Pro. That sounds fun. What did we get? We got a Cabela's a couple of years ago, about an hour from where I live, about 30 minutes from where I work.
Dad,
So.
do you know we have nuts and heel? to eat.
We have nothing here to eat.
Yeah, even in the fridge. This says, can you?
You know that I have a cooking channel and I'm talking to my subscribers right now. And
This one says, what one is the difference?
Well, do you see one that's different?
I have to see.
Anyway, yeah, so
They
we don't have
all have
anything here to eat,
bows.
apparently, even
They
though
all
I've got
have eyes.
a half a crock pot of turnip green
They
soup
all
in there.
have mouths.
And it's got sausage and chicken broth, which are like two of her favorite things to eat.
They both have
And she was like,
nose.
I want a nutty butter. I'm like, okay,
Vampire.
calories are calories. She's 4. I feel like that's...
Dad,
I'm adorable? Thanks.
this is it. See Vampirina?
Oh,
See? Look
Yeah,
at
that too.
Vampirina. I have those ones, except these ones.
oh yeah.
See, I found it.
Good job. Yeah, so
Those
Bass
legs.
Pro, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we have a Cabela's that's like not far from here compared to like everything else, I guess, but excuse me. But I've not been to the newest one. I don't really, we have an
What's this
academy
say?
pretty close to where I work, and that's where I do most of my sporting goods stuff. Purchases. But I think I get Bass Pro and Cabela's mixed up. Do they own each other now? I feel like they got bought out. One of them bought the other one out. I feel like Bass Pro bought out Cabela's, but I may be wrong. But anyway, we have one in Leeds, which is below Birmingham, which Birmingham is an hour from here. And I think Leeds is probably close to another hour south of Birmingham. So our Bass Pro is a long ways off. It's
What's
probably
this?
at least.
What's this?
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I was pretty sure. But like I said, most of the stuff that I buy sporting good wise comes from Academy just because it's convenient. They got a bunch, basically Walmart for like sporting goods. It's a whole Walmart worth of sporting goods.
It's done. Hey, what about closing the lid?
Okay, that's a good idea. What's up, Desi Mom? Never been to do y'all have any up there? Like, I feel like they started in
Hey, Dad.
Georgia?
I want my mom.
I know, she'll be home pretty soon. They started somewhere in the southeast, I feel like. Do I go on any other live streams? Me? I try and catch Idiot of the Days most of the time, and I'll usually hang out there for like 20 minutes or so. I usually try and get there right after it starts, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes in. And then I catch Lacey's pretty often. I feel like, I don't know, unless she does lives a whole lot more often than I do. What's up, Claudine? And then everybody else that I catch is just random most of the time. Yeah, I was gonna say Pusas, but it's not. I don't really make an effort to get on. Yeah, I don't. I don't make an effort to like set time aside or anything for Pusa stream. But if I see that they're live, I'll click on it and hang out. But they usually have like 100 people there, and I'm like, hey, and then I just watch my comment go, floop, and I'm like, sweet. But I mean, I know that they do a lot for a lot of people, and that's cool. And I've picked up several subscribers from those, but I feel like it's not as personable as like Jeff's or Lacey's. And then Mickey XOXO, I I catch hers probably once a week or so, and then I guess I do get on a lot of live streams, a lot more than I thought. Passion for hunting and fishing. I try and catch them if I notice that they're on. Yeah, I feel like I don't know where, like today I got up to like 405, 404, and then when I went to go live I had 399, so I lost 6 somewhere between Jeff's stream and 6 o'clock tonight. So in 5 hours I lost at least 5 subscribers, and I had just left a Pusa stream, so that's probably where it came from, but who knows? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Sweet, like a bobber down the river. James Cox. No, I don't think I have. I guess I'm not subscribed to him, so that's probably why I haven't been on his live stream. But what does this button do? Yankee. Can I do? Oh no, that's gonna be sharing this, I guess. I don't really do a lot of live streams either. I have just made, like, if I have like milestones, basically, like I did one at 150, and I thought it would just be a good idea to maybe do one every 50 subscribers that I get, and so that seems like it's working pretty good. And okay, yeah, I'll check him out. I feel like I've heard. Has he been in? I say he. Oh, well, you said him, so yeah, I'm assuming he's a guy. Has he been in your streams? I feel like I've heard you say his name before, but I just didn't know. Like, when people are on YouTube and say Yankee, I automatically think Yankee Marshall, which is like, he's not really a gun channel. He just has guns in all of his videos. What's up? Just 8? We've been hanging out. This is the longest live stream I've ever had, so congratulations to me. Also, at one point in time today I had 400 subscribers, so also congratulations to me. Anyway, Yankee Marshall, he's a huge YouTuber, and he's, like I said, he's not really a gun channel. He just has a lot of gun videos, but he's really more kind of political, I guess. He does like current event news and talks about laws and how they're dumb and stuff, but not really. But it's just, I don't know. Is that Judy Ann? Yeah, I heard about that. Was that close to you? Oh, I guess you live in Thousand Oaks, and that's where the shooting was. So, yeah, I heard about that. That's nuts. Like, and I don't know. I don't know how everybody feels about guns and stuff, but were there not off-duty cops at the bar? I heard there were, and I don't know. You know, I'm thousands of miles away. And yeah, I heard that there were off-duty cops at the bar, and I'm like, why don't you have a gun on you? You know, like, I understand that it's not everybody's thing to carry a gun. It should be, but I understand that it's not. That's cool. Like, some people just can't do that. Yeah, I love rabbits. They're delicious. Like, if rabbits got 40 pounds, I probably wouldn't deer hunt. Like, I love rabbits. Like, I tried raising some before I got married, and I thought this would be great because, you know, they'll breed like rabbits, and it didn't work out good. I had them on the ground in a pen, and they would always burrow, and then they would have babies and I wouldn't know about it. And so it would wind up raining, and then there would be little baby bunnies that came floating up out of the burrow. So it just didn't work out. But yeah, I mean, and I know, like, I've grown up around guns, so like they don't scare me. They're just like, they're part of life. Like, I've always had a gun, like, really close. But yeah, and so what I was saying, there were off-duty cops there, and like I said, I understand that some people just aren't comfortable with guns, but those people have guns on them 12 hours at a time, you know, for a full week of work because it's their job. And it's like, and I'm like, just like, how do you not think that you should probably have a gun on you? If you're an off-duty cop, if for nothing else, if somebody recognizes you out in public that you know, gave a traffic ticket to or arrested, and they just decide that they're going to pick up a 2x4 and start trying to beat the crap out of you, like, I don't know. That would be, I don't understand. I carry a gun everywhere but the shower. You know, I'll go ahead and tell the 5 of you that are here, I've always got a gun on me. I didn't get into handguns until I got married and got out, and I'm still not big into it. I just, revolvers are all I have handgun wise, but I've always got one on me. So, and I mean, I guess it's sad that we live in a society that's like that, but I'm like, if there's something I could do to make sure that me or my family got home and I left it on the nightstand, I don't know how well I could handle that the rest of my life. Like, if something was to happen while I was out that I could have done something about had I had a gun on me and I left it at home, I feel really terrible. Like, super terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, like, so I don't know, it was probably 3 weeks ago or so. There was a McDonald's in Birmingham, which is an hour south of here, and a guy, yeah, I mean, yes, obviously, like, there needs to be precautions taken, I guess. Like, I wouldn't say that children need guns, you know, like, don't need to carry guns around. Although, you know, again, you know, I started hunting when I was 6, so I had a gun, but my dad was there. So I probably started hunting by myself when I was 9 or 10, you know, just walking. We've got woods right by the house, so I would go out and shoot squirrels or rabbits or whatever. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, there's a McDonald's. It's like 3 weeks ago. This guy walks in, just starts shooting up the place. He's early 20s, and a guy with his son or 2 sons, I can't remember, was like on his way out and saw the guy started shooting, and he pulled his gun out and shot the guy, and the guy wound up dying, and like, it didn't get publicized. And I'm like, civilian stops mass shooting. Come on now. Like, but they're not gonna publicize that because they're, I know it's nuts. It was actually online, and the Time did a piece on it, not the magazine. I guess there's a paper, the Time paper. But what kind of ticked me off, got on my nerves, is I'm reading, and they're talking about the choices that were made, and it says that the father made a decision that wound up saving lives, and the victim made a decision that cost his. And I'm like, he's not a victim. He brought a gun into some place and started shooting it up. Like, come on now. That's not a victim. That's criminal. Like, once you start a criminal act and something happens to you, you're no longer a victim. Everyone else in that McDonald's was a victim, but you're not. But I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, I guess it could have been, but I mean, they could have said something and not named any names. Even I'm sorry. I feel like I don't know what that was, but something was stuck on my teeth. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get off on a tangent on that because yes, it does, and I feel like we live in a society that does not understand that, and it's terrible. But I don't know. Dumb people are dumb. So anyway, I say all that to say, Judy Ann, if you're still here, I'm glad that you're okay, and I hope that they take care of the fire. I guess you are probably still here. You just it is 7. Yeah, 7:03. So got that because the daylight savings time and stuff. So it's been it's been I hate regular. Thanks, Factmill. Like I'm not great edited. I'm really terrible unedited, I feel like. But anyway, like I could make like when I first started making videos, people were like, you're way too serious. You need to be funnier and all this stuff. And I'm like, I could be funny, but I would have a 15-minute video on how to crack an egg. And I like nobody's gonna watch that. So like I literally my first couple videos were 10 minutes or a little better, and like one of them was just like what you could do with biscuit dough, and people were like, you can't have a 13-minute video on biscuit dough. It's not gonna people aren't gonna watch that. I'm like, all right. So I what I try to do now is vary my video time so it panders to a larger audience. Uh-oh. Watch out. What's up, Lindsay? Thanks for stopping by. Yes, I had seriously planned on streaming for like 20 minutes just to say hey and thanks and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what's up with her. No, she's really Mim is in the house. What, man? I feel like I got way too excited about that, but I haven't seen you in forever. So thanks. Yeah. I've got something like poking every angle of my throat back here, but I don't want to like hack something up on live. But anyway, so yeah, I was gonna say, what's up, Survivor Geek? Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I just have been doing lives and I'll peak and then start going back down. And what I needed to do was just drag that out for an hour, and then people will start coming to live again because they'll be like, oh, this thing's been streaming for an hour. It must be good. Or this guy's just crazy. Excuse me, I'm going to get something to drink. Talk amongst yourselves.
Hey, Dad, I just got my mom's root beer.
You drank all of her root beer? Hey, watch out.
I was just trying to hit you.
Go. All right, I'm back. What's up, the bomb smokes? Man, everybody is just coming in. Maybe just 7 o'clock is the hour to stream. I say that, and the next time I stream, I'll probably do that, and nobody will show up. But logically, though, more people should, because the next time I stream, I should have 450 subscribers. If you've just joined us, I can't even recap what we've talked about. What's up? If I missed you, sorry. This is just some good old Alabama sweet tea. Or I'm pretty sure it's what they used in the black and white westerns when they would come in and grab a bottle of whiskey and down it. Because I'm like, That's either the smoothest whiskey ever made or that's sweet tea. Because there's no way that they're drinking whiskey like that.
You forgot to close this.
Oh, they popped back open. Oh no, I should close the other one. All right. What was I saying? I feel like I got too excited when Mim showed up. That's what happened. No, I got pretty excited. I have to sleep now, but dude, I don't know why you're awake. Let's see. 3 o'clock is 10 o'clock and 7 o'clock would be, it's like 2 a.m. Yeah, man, look at that math right there. I was almost a teacher. Oh.
What are you doing?
Wiping paint off my hand. So.
How did you get paint on your hands?
You're watching Lost. Oh man. All right. Good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. And
Dad,
you should live stream every week. I should. I tell you what. See ya. Thanks for stopping by, man. For serious. Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. I'll live stream every week. Promise. Like Scout's honor. If you guys will get me 50 subscribers every week. How about that? Can you set that back up here? Because it's got wet paint on it. So, yeah, absolutely. 100%. If y'all can get me 50 subscribers, get me to the next 50, I will live stream. And if it happens pretty regular, which I think, if you had magic, yeah. I mean,
didn't you know you could play with this?
Yeah, but I wish you would put the cap back on it.
Okay.
She had a jar of sand saying that she could play with it. But anyway, so I mean, yeah, if you had magic, but you're in California, which is where Disneyland is, right? Good. Yeah, that looks much better.
Hey, we're about to
Now, put the scissors down too. What's up? Shatoya. I feel like, did we just connect today? Shatoya Lynn? I feel like maybe we did. No. Was it this week though? I feel like it's been a pretty new connection.
Hey, Dad, do you know where the little chip is?
Where the little what is?
Chip.
Oh, I don't. I would probably throw it away. Yes, okay. So for everybody except for Lacey that's in here, probably because I haven't said it in an hour, I know, and that's what counts. I'm in a beard competition where like a bunch of guys, I don't think any women entered, but a bunch of guys entered pictures of their beard, and I'll post a link as soon as this video uploads back to my archives. But if you'll just click, it'll take you straight to my picture, and then you just click vote and type in like your name and an email address, and I get a vote for that. And I would really appreciate your vote because, you know, that's what people that ask for votes say.
Ow.
Can I do that? Could I have done that before I went live? I'm sure that I could. I don't know how to do any of this. Like, also, don't feel like you need to answer this in the comment because I feel like it's probably an actual process, but it may not be, and I may just be an idiot. But how do you put like a reminder? How do you schedule a live? That's what I was fixing to ask. So like, and can you do that from your from a phone, or do you have to do that from a computer? Anybody, feel free to answer. Or don't feel like you need to answer at all. The next time you do a live stream, contact me and make sure I'm in there and then explain how to do it. Seems like, hang on, something was said that made me think about something. Oh, I'm going to go get some more sweet tea because that was not enough, and I'll be right back. The weather has just been getting like pretty cool and then pretty warm and pretty cool and pretty. It's terrible on like my sinuses. Can we not play with scissors for just a little bit? So, like right now, I've got like a scratchy throat from it, just from like sinus drainage or whatever. Okay, let's see. You got anything cooking up this weekend, Devon? Oh, okay. Okay. So should be a calendar on the live button thing. So what I was gonna say, Lacey, you said, and I know that I'm in the minority because I've asked this on the internet, but you said YEA, you schedule the live, then you edit it. So I always, when I read that in my head, pronounce that yay, because that's what that word is. I know that people write it instead of yeah, YEAH. Bacon wrapped chicken and veggie kebabs. That sounds pretty good. I assume that you're doing that on the grill, but yeah, okay. So hang on. So YEA is yay, as in like a vote, like a public vote, like if there was a nominee or something, and then instead of yes, you would say yay, and instead of no, you would say yay. And I always read YEA as yay. And it could just be that I'm a terrible person, but I do that. And then somebody was like, it's just shorter than writing yeah. And I'm like, yes is also shorter than writing yeah. And yup is shorter than writing yeah. If you type yeah, I would think you'd say like see ya later, or oh, I don't know how much longer this stream's gonna last because I just got my battery is at that's what I thought for a long time before I ever made that argument. But hooray yay is YAY. Those two words were homonyms? Synonyms. I thought those two words were synonyms. I guess. Wait a minute. Anyway, I thought those two words were the same. I was in the same boat that you were. We were paddling the same direction. You know what I'm saying? But they're not. Because I looked it up. Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know. Just know that when you type that and I'm around to read that, I'm going to read it as yay. That's all I'm saying. Oh, is anybody like kind of like weirdly into science? Like any aspect of science? I'm not. I used to be a lot more than I am, like in high school and college. Like physics or chemistry or biology or anything. Obviously, you know, I was in the medical program, so there was that little shindig. So this morning on my way to work, I was like sitting there thinking, and I don't know what brought this up, but I'm like, how is steam possible? Because what's up, man? Germany, that's like a long way away from North Alabama. Thanks for stopping by. So, and I'm going to say this, and there's a German in here, and he's probably going to be like, man, that Southern redneck is just an absolute idiot. So, and I asked somebody else about this, and I now know why this happens. But so, steam is water that's a gas. So anyway, I'm going to ignore the, all right, thanks. Thanks for hanging out. You hung out for over an hour. Like, you're fantastic. And thanks. I'll drop the link as soon as this ends. But anyway, so steam is gaseous water. And so when water gets to 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit, it turns into steam, or anything over that. Because technically, water also would condense at 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you could keep it there, it would just immediately come back. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm thinking, when stuff rapidly expands, which is what happens when you go from the state of liquid to gas, because you're taking something that's got a set volume, and when it goes into a gas, it turns into an exponentially larger volume of stuff at the same pressure atmosphere. So when stuff expands, it cools off rapidly. So I'm like, water can't be any hotter, like pure water can't be any hotter than 100 degrees, because it turns into steam after that. Well, at 100 degrees Celsius, steam would turn into water. And what happens when it turns into steam is it cools off because it's expanding. So I'm like, how is steam possible? Like that, it just, which I hadn't had coffee. I had not had coffee, but it was blowing my mind, and I could not wrap my head around it. And so, yeah, I'm not really sure, but yeah, if you would, I guess, just say support or gotcha or something like that. But anyway, I could not wrap my head around how it could go, because I mean, it's literally less than 1 degree difference. Just anything over 100 degrees Celsius is steam, and anything at 100 degrees or less is water. So I'm like, it cools off as soon as it expands, so it's got to just have like an endless cycle. I know what steam is. Don't think I'm an idiot, and don't think I'm just rambling right now. But I was like, I don't understand how that's physically possible. But so a calorie, not like a food calorie, but a calorie is the amount of energy it takes to raise a degree, water 1 degree, 1 milliliter of water 1 degree. That's 1 calorie. So apparently,
I have paint on it.
Well, then don't touch the paint. It takes way more energy to jump that next temperature uppage from 100 to make it change states. So it does lose quite a bit of temperature, but the energy that's required to get it to that state is much larger than the temperature that it loses, if that makes sense. And that may not be for anybody except for Judy Ann, but anyway, she said she liked science. But yeah, I was like, I could not understand steam this morning. That's how, I don't know if I felt dumb or brilliant, because I was like, that's impossible, and it happens, but it's not. So anyway, yeah, like I'm gonna call this stream a success, because I've got 15 likes, and I've consistently had at or nearly at double digits, like pretty much the whole time, of people in here. Also, I assume that you are Judy-Ann because you didn't say, "Hey, Lee." Anyway, so there's that. I don't know. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to talk about? I know that I didn't. Yeah, I thought, like I said, I thought you were because I can extrapolate data and you weren't correcting me if I was calling you a girl's name. Lewis. I was close. I'm not going to lie. I'm really terrible with names and faces. And I think the biggest thing is because I got desensitized to people when I worked retail. And so I was just like, oh, that's a two-legged mammal that's there. But so I've got like 10% left on my battery. And so maybe 5 minutes or so, something like that. We'll see what happens. Anyway, does anybody have anything they want to talk about? Anybody got anything big coming up this weekend? Or what kind of work do I do? I work in a chemical distribution center. We supply all the co-ops with farm chemicals and stuff. And if you're not talking to me, just ignore me. But yeah, and I mean, I worked at Lowe's for like 5 years, and then I worked at Kroger's for about a year. But I am the senior warehouse operator at the warehouse, it's a warehouse, but we have an office. But like right now, we're not doing anything because farm chemicals aren't going out because nobody's farming because it's fixing to be winter. But so it's pretty great. Like we've got a hot plate and a cast iron skillet at work, and I cooked steaks yesterday and today for lunch. So, did I miss something else? Oh, thanks for saying that I did a great job. And like tonight, I actually feel like I did do a pretty decent job. Like most of the time, I'm like, God, that was terrible. And I usually try and have like something else to do, so I aren't just doing stuff. But like it's worked pretty well, and like I feel like a lot of that has to do with the fact that there's been 7, 8, 10 people in here. Do I play any instruments? Actually, I play all the instruments, but some of them I don't play well. But yeah, I actually play bass at my church. I own 2 guitars, and they have strings on them, and I can make noise come from them. Mr. Les, am I pronouncing that right? Do you play any instruments? So, Shatoya, do you play the saxophone and the violin, the electric guitar, the trumpet, and the drums? Or that's just cool emojis? You're playing drums right now? I have my bass is a Schecter. It's a 5-string Schecter. And oh yes, I do play everything. Like I could play bagpipes, probably. I don't know how it would sound terrible. That's how it would sound. And then I have a really old Silvertone guitar, acoustic. It's got the F F cutouts on it, whatever those are called. Probably F cutouts, I think. But anyway, I had to buy. It was like super old, and the finish was all screwed up. So I stripped it and sanded it and restained it and put new hardware on it. And it really needs a new. Is it called a bone? Up at the top of the neck where the strings go to the tuning knobs, that little thing. It's kind of wore out, so you get a little fret buzz. It's still, I mean, it's just a different sounding guitar. It's pretty cool, but, and then I've got a Dixon, which was my granddad's, and it's an acoustic electric. Nuts. Oh, nut. Me, I'm a nut. Yeah. So I know Les. He kind of goes to church with me. Anyway, so, and then that Dixon, it was my granddad's, and I got it, and it's always in tune somehow. Like, and I've read like reviews and stuff on them because I'd never heard of one, and they were like, these guitars just never go out of tune. So, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, like obviously it goes out of tune a little bit, but it's crazy how like I can pick it up a year from now and it'll be. Oh, yeah, I thought you were calling me a nut, but it's whatever. Yeah, that's what I meant. Why did I say? Why did I call it bone? Do they? Is there a part of the guitar called a bone? I would check it on my phone, but you know. Cool. I feel like I've got some from bone. Maybe that's what I was thinking. And then I don't know. It's late. Wow. Standard time has screwed me up, is what it is. But I've got like 6% battery left, so which is holding on a whole lot better than I thought, because I think I've gone like 7 minutes on 4%. So everybody that is newish on here, I'm gonna put a link in the first comment on this video to a thing that you can just click on, and it'll be a picture of me. I'm in a beard competition. You can click on it and then click vote, and I think you have to put your name and your email address in. But if you'll click on that and I win, I'll be like, hey, I won. So there's that. Yep. Oh, let's see. If you didn't, thanks for stopping by, man. It means a lot, and you hung out for a long time too. So like, thanks a lot. If you didn't see my Waffle Iron Wednesday video yesterday, we did some banana bread in the waffle iron. That was pretty cool. Charlie cooked that up. And then Monday, I have a meatball sub video coming out, and they were delicious. I mean, they were fantastic. But anyway, it's pretty short and easy, and I might throw a little bit of humor in there. I don't know if I did or not, but it's oh man. All right, thanks, man, and good night. Take care, and we'll holler at you later. And all the other things that you're supposed to say when people leave your presence. Yeah, like, okay. And I say this in the video, but I don't eat noodles. Like, I'll eat lasagna, and I like lasagna, and I'll eat mac and cheese, and that's about it. Like, I don't do angel hair or Alfredo or spaghetti or anything like that. So meatball subs are my spaghetti. Like, that's, and Like, I don't know. I don't like noodles. I don't know if it's a texture thing or what. And I also don't like rice unless it's on sushi. Hang on just a second. You know what the extension cord is? No? Are y'all still there? You don't know where the... Yeah, you know where it is? Nope. Anyway. Is it? Well, I was gonna find an extension cord and plug my phone in, but it's just, I can't find it. So I've got like 3% battery left, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Thanks for stopping by and saying hey and all that good stuff. And an hour and a half stream, like that's nuts. That's like 3 times longer than I've ever streamed, except for that time that I was shooting stuff. That might have been 40 minutes, but I literally had nothing else to do. And not that I don't have anything else to do tonight. It's just I'm out of battery. So thanks for stopping by. I've already said that. Vote for my beard in the beard competition, and then look at everybody else's beards, because their beard is a lot better than mine for the most part. Like one guy literally looks like his beard should end right here, and then he just copy pasted it like to here. But anyway, vote for mine first though. But anyway, see y'all. Thanks for stopping by. And why do I keep saying that? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, Judy Ann. We'll see y'all.